Hi there, my name is Mr. Genup, and seeing that Dead Space is my most popular series at the moment, I thought I would revisit it again. As you know, the aliens in Dead Space play a big role in defeating the moon orbiting Tau of Atlantis, but most information about these aliens is given through text logs and some audio logs. So today we're going to talk about the alien race from Dead Space 3. Just a heads up, there is no specific name for the aliens, they're just called aliens. These aliens were the natives of Tau of Atlantis, the planet you visit in Dead Space 3. About 2 million years ago, these aliens existed only on Tau of Atlantis. Then, still covered in water, they were advanced in both technology and social interaction. Sometime in their lifetime, they discovered a black marker on their planet, the same way Malko Altman discovered the black marker on Earth. Just like on Earth, the natives started to worship the marker. The marker promised infinite energy. If you have seen my other marker videos, I also mentioned that the black marker sent messages to the humans about infinite energy. Yet again, the same as the human race, the aliens started to build their own markers in the hope to create even more energy. Can you see the same pattern here? When there were enough aliens ready for convergence, the outbreak started and spread to the colonies across the planet, killing and converting everything into alien versions of the necromorph. When most aliens were killed and enough necromorphs were created, the marker drew power and started the convergence event, collecting all the necromorphs and fusing into a moon and continue onto the next planet. The alien race was extremely intelligent and resourceful, so the surviving aliens with their limited time created a terraforming machine that was able to flash freeze the planet with the moon. Doing this, they stopped the convergence event, but the aliens were frozen with the planet, thus making the race go extinct. A fuck ton of years later, in the year 2311, the sovereign colonies discovered the frozen planet, and the remains of the aliens they called Rosetta. After countless of studies, Dr. Earl Serrano discovered what happened on the planet and tried to complete the aliens' work. He had enough research to end the necromorph outbreak, but General Mahad issued a purge of personnel and information. This is what you see in the beginning of Dead Space 3. Tim Kaufman trying to get the codex to Earl to stop the outbreak. However, Mahad is there to be a little bitch and kill the innocent little Tim. May God rest his soul. 200 years later, in the events of Dead Space 3, Isaac, Carver, and Ellie rediscover Rosetta. With the knowledge of Earl Serrano and the alien itself, Isaac and co. were able to recreate the codex and stop the moon completely. The alien anatomy. The alien anatomy is kind of fish-like, with gills and collapsible fins. Because of this anatomy, Serrano was able to identify that the planet was covered not in ice, but by a vast ocean. According to Serrano, the aliens communicated with the 6 holes within their skulls to let out harmonic noises. It works similar to our own vocal cords, only they got like 6 of them. This was not their primary way of communication. They invented this way to communicate cross-species, so they could later convey their information to organisms that found their culture after their extinction. Some of these aliens were shown as small, the same height as a human, but also, some like the Nexus, were shown as ginormous. It is also unclear if the giant statues around the machine were actually statues or just fossilized alien. Well, I hoped you learned even more about the Dead Space universe. I feel like one of those people that believe a zombie outbreak is going to happen, but instead of buying a shotgun, I do research. Remember people, knowledge is power. Wow, that sounded cheesy.